California, that's where we are for this edition of the set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 180.
Wrap it. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
12.
A shotgun snap for gone. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
12.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go. 180.
On first down, here's Breida. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 180.
From the 27, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But
under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that will keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
120. Shell.
On first down, it's Gurley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On the toss, it's Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. The 40, 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Value 3. 11.
Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now gone. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. On first and goal, Gurley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal.
We're good. We're good.
He's going to get it running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Third and goal, Gurley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
180.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Goff going to keep it himself. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
20.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Slam.
21.
Tighten up. Alert 3.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got him.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
Well, I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, gun. Slam. 2.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, Toby.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break here. Gone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Garoppolo now. This is Coleman with the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let him know,
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here
The
we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And the ball is got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Gurley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen, what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well. Make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Here we go.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the 50, it's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're running with Gurley. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take it all the way up near.
Pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Cut. Like 20. 5. Hard ball.
You got tight right there.
Here's Goff. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Undercrush.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, alert.
Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Hey, watch the slant.
They run again with Breida. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 4. I got this.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points.
Touchdown, Allen! 87 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper.
Yeah.
Looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They will run again with Coleman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Switch. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Here we go. He's coming. Double up.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Goodwin able to haul it in. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
13. 21.
Coming to you. He's checking.
Hey, Haywood. Set hunt.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got wide.
Go ahead.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, the 20, and he's into the end zone for the OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for L.A., their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try